Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel today. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and giving my videos thumbs ups, following me on Facebook and making donations through PayPal to this YouTuber's cause. I do appreciate all of your support. The big news today came out of Royal Caribbean, and more news is coming out of Holland America today. Let's give you the updates. Earlier this week, not even a week ago or so, this video came out from Royal Caribbean. Very well produced a video about the launching or the float out of the ship known as the Odyssey of the Seas. This ship is the latest offering. There's another one under construction, another Oasis class ship under construction. Royal Caribbean is continuing to have ships built and slowly but surely delivered. Although they are late, they're still coming out. And so there's the positive news from Royal Caribbean. On the other side of the coin, we got the news this morning that 2 ships are being let go by Royal Caribbean. I think it's the first of several. There might be 6 more coming behind it. But for now, Empress of the Seas, the oldest ship in the fleet, entering service for Royal Caribbean in 1990, 30 years ago, has been sold off along with the Majesty of the Seas. That ship has also been sold off, and we don't know for sure if they're going to be scrapped or not, but the talk is that they're being sold to another cruise line and they may continue to sail in the Asia-Pacific area. This is the kind of ship that is coming out of shipyards for Royal Caribbean. Here's a picture of an Oasis-class ship. This is the future of cruising as far as Royal Caribbean is concerned. They want to produce and sail the large ships capable of handling 3, 4, 5, 6,000 people. 1,500 passenger ships just don't cut it anymore. And if the ships don't have a slew of balconies, it's just not going to work. Here's a shot of the Mariner of the Seas, and there is the Empress of the Seas beside her. You can see the size difference. The Mariner of the Seas isn't even the largest ship in the fleet. It just makes the Empress look so tiny. Unfortunately, the Empress of the Seas just has a serious lack of balconies, a serious lack of space. They had 1,500 capacity. The ship, along with the Majesty of the Seas, were doing really well for the cruise line in Cuba. They were sailing the ships out of Miami to Havana, doing 5, 6, 7-day cruises, and the Majesty of the Seas and the Empress of the Seas were making Royal Caribbean a fortune in profits. Other cruise lines were running older ships to Havana as well, and people were paying between $120 a night to $200 a night for inside rooms, ocean view rooms, just to be able to sail to Havana. But when the Trump administration killed that deal, these ships' futures were doomed, along with these right here. Here are the 2 ships from Pullmantur that are the Majesty of the Seas lookalikes, sister ships to the Majesty of the Seas. They were scrapped starting in May of this year, April, May of this year, and they're being torn apart. The thinking had been all along that the Majesty of the Seas and the Empress of the Seas might end up here in Turkey to be torn apart, but now the word is that the ships have been sold to a Pacific Asia entity of some kind, and identification not yet made. We'll follow that to see what ends up happening with their ships going forward. But as soon as Cuba was taken out of possibility by the Trump administration, as soon as it was people were forbidden to sail there, that did in these ships. Right, all of these ships here, all these older ships were finished, and they ended up getting scrapped completely. The cruise lines, they also knew that they couldn't sail these ships during a pandemic, obviously, and now post-pandemic, there's no way that these ships can sail in and out of U.S. waters. They might sail in third world countries, but certainly not out of the United States. Here's a classic photo right here of why the Empress of the Seas and the Majesty of the Seas will no longer be working in and out of U.S. waters. The number of people in such a small area is just not going to be allowed anymore. And without being able to accommodate 1,200 people at a time, those ships don't pay. They just don't pay. And like I say, you can see here with the Majesty of the Seas, there are no balconies. There's maybe one level of balconies there. The rest are all glassed in, ocean view, inside rooms only. And from 1990-92, when these two ships came out, until 2000, 2005, 2010, they could still make a go of it. But after 2005, almost every ship coming out of a shipbuilding site was 85% balconies. And going forward, the CDC is going to insist that all cruise ships sailing in the waters out of the U.S. must only sell cabins. Cruise lines are only going to sell cabins that have balconies, so that passengers, if they're quarantined or locked up on board a ship, they at least have outside access through a sliding door for fresh air. It just makes a lot of sense. Now, the other news coming out today is from Holland America. Carnival-owned Holland America made an announcement today. They're trying to make it a positive promotional spin. They're saying that if you pick up a balcony room or a suite, you get automatically, no charge, an inside room for free. Buy one, get one is what they're saying. That is telling me, it's like an axe between the eyes. It's telling me that they know that they will not be allowed to sell inside rooms going forward. They're going to be restricted to balcony rooms only, and they might as well throw in an inside room as a giveaway and say to a family of 4 or a family of 6 or larger group, if you're taking a large suite on board one of these beautiful ships of ours, we'll throw in an inside room that you can use as a second bedroom for the kids, for example. And so the inside room is being offered as just a throw in, because they can't sell it. They're going to be restricted from doing so. I think this is industry-wide. Every cruise line will find this out, will eventually admit to it, and we'll find out about it. I just have a hunch that the CDC, the new rules coming out, will forbid cruise lines from offering inside rooms as the only accommodation. So I can see the inside room being offered as a freebie, as a throw-in, as just a bedroom only, but not for a family to be stuck in if there's a quarantine on the ship. If a quarantine happens, then folks will be told to stay in the balcony unit and or the suite, and then the inside room will be locked off. They won't even be able to get access to it. That's, I think, the future. And here, another shot of the Empress of the Seas. Note, no balconies, very few. On a really popular ship. There have been a lot of memories made on this ship in 30 years. There have been honeymoons here, anniversaries, graduation, holiday, family holiday, family get-together, reunions, you name it. These ships have seen it all. They've sailed everywhere, and a lot of my viewers of my channel love this ship, have loved it for decades now. But time spares no one, and the pandemic is sparing fewer and fewer of us from going back to the way it used to be. We have to say goodbye to that ship and this ship, the Majesty of the Seas. Wish them well on their future endeavors, but unfortunately, taking a trip in and out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa, Galveston, any of the ports with these ships is no longer going to be allowed. These ships will never again visit the United States because they're just not going to be deemed safe enough to do so. And so there you are. There's the story of the day from Royal Caribbean and Holland America. Holland America officially telling us through their latest promotion, buy one, get one. The get one is an inside room for no extra charge. That's telling me right there, you're not going to be able to buy an inside room going forward out of U.S. ports. This will be official policy very shortly. And Royal Caribbean saying goodbye to 2 of their beloved ships. I think at least 4 more are going to follow this pattern. There are a number of other ships that Royal Caribbean has that do not have enough balconies to justify their future existence in and out of U.S. ports. And economically, they're just not going to be economic to run. These ships will be restricted to 300 passengers instead of 3,000. There's just no way. So changes are coming, and it's unfortunate, but time spares no one, unfortunately. Thank you, all of you, for supporting this channel, Traveling with Bruce, subscribing to it, following me on Facebook, making PayPal donations to our cause. We do appreciate it. We'll keep you posted on the latest news. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.